What's up, guys? Mike here with King of Avalon Follower. I know it's been a while since I have made a video. It's been a couple months, and a few reasons why. I'm going to make this video right here. This is going to be all of the suggestions, the best suggestions. There's not in any particular order, but just the different suggestions that came from the people who watch my videos and from reading through comments on King of Avalon's Facebook page and things that I've observed in the game. So I haven't quit the game. I just have not been playing very much lately, probably for the same reason a lot of people in your kingdoms have quit the game or have stopped playing or for whatever is going on, right? The game, when I first started playing almost a year ago, it was like December 1st when I started playing it. Right now it's like November 15th, I think, and a year later. There was a pay-to-win aspect of it, but it was not to the degree that it is now, where it is just hugely pay-to-win. But back then, you could buy packages. It would help you level your stronghold a little bit faster, but ultimately the game revolved around some type of strategy. You had to rally, reinforce. I mean, now you can have 10 level 30s all reinforcing one guy, and you can still have a level 31 come in with just the most unbelievably boosted stats, and it jacked up through the roof wounded conversion rate, and then just hit you over and over, and he'll lose 10,000 troops and you'll lose 200,000, and it'll still say it might have been a victory for you, or it could say it'll be a loss for you. I don't really know how it works that out. And then just hit you over and over and over again and just pick away at you until you're gone. And you've got 10 level 30s. I mean, realistically, like, yes, multiple level 30s holding one tower for Kingdom versus Kingdom, and then just some Stronghold 31 or now 35s. I haven't seen one of those yet, but somebody comes in with just boosted stats and just do, and you're gone. So the strategy aspect of the game is almost completely gone. Almost completely gone. You used to be able to, if you saw somebody send their main march out, you could use a teleport, port right next to them, sprint to march at their base, maybe kick the legs out from under them on all the rest of their troops, and then, stuff like that doesn't even matter anymore. With heroes, banners, gear, valor gems, who cares if your dragon's not in your base? You've got like 5,000 other stat boosters. Somebody ports next to you and sends their main march against you, you're just going to eat that for breakfast. So a lot of the fun, like my old war videos and stuff, the teleport next to someone, hit them, bounce out, just that kind of chaos and the fun part of the game has kind of gone on the wayside. And I want to see it come back, and I think there are some ways to bring it back. And I don't want to make this video too long because I realize your time is important. So I'm just going to go ahead and start moving through some of these different ideas. So they're not in any particular order, and I got them pulled up on my computer here. I wrote them out. So real simple thing: higher level monsters and higher level barbarian camps. I just feel like this should have been done a long time ago. I don't think it would be a very difficult thing to do, but level 30. I mean, bring monsters up to level 40. Have some slightly higher rewards. There are some like pieces of gear that you need to, or some items you need to forge gear that you straight up have to buy with gold. Why not bring on higher level monsters, higher level barbarian camps, offer more food and wood as a prize, and better gear, that kind of stuff. It seems pretty simple. Level to level fighting. This is something that a game like World of Warcraft did that works really well. I know I make a lot of references to WoW because I played it for a long time as a kid. If you were a level 10 in World of Warcraft, you could not be in like a PvP zone, or excuse me, a player versus environment zone, right? You're kind of protected. Somebody from the other environment could not come in and attack you unless you attacked them first, right? If some stronghold level 10 just attacks a 30, then of course you can fight back. But what I would want to see is ranges, so everybody, whatever the ranges are for troops right now, between levels 22 and 25, you have T8 troops. So 22 to 25 can fight each other at any time. But level 25 can't pick a fight with a level 21. Unless the level 21 hits him first, then fight back, whatever you want to do. But this would keep the game more competitive because there is, right now it's just fights between the top players. Who's got the best stats, maybe some weaker guys that reinforce them. But other than that, it's just this fight amongst all the top people. And people like me, even I've spent a lot of money and well, at least what I would say is a lot of money, a few $100s on the game. And spent a lot of time on the game. I'm totally irrelevant. There's literally nothing I can do. At just zero. Nothing. Unless I want to go pick on weaker players, which really isn't my thing. And there's not really that many left if you're in an older kingdom. So ranges of players fighting, the 30s to 35s can fight each other. The 26s to 29s, 21s to 25, and just bump it down on those tier troops, right? It would make sense to me. Much larger hospital capacity, right? I mean, like right now, I would say double it. Whatever the hospital capacity is, double it. You know, if you get hit and attacked and your entire force gets wiped out, that's one of the primary reasons that people quit the game. They've spent months and months and months trying to build up this army, and then in 2 seconds, because their game glitched in the middle of a war, they get one-shotted and they couldn't do anything about it, and months of work is wasted. And people say, do I want to do this for another 4 months or just quit? I quit. And I can't blame them. I can't. That's tough. You know, I mean, your hospital, even if you've got them upgraded decently, may have enough room to contain your full march, just that. So double the hospital capacity, triple the hospital capacity, make it way cheaper for your Alliance hospital to heal. I mean, it's really tough to get the Alliance honor points. I mean, I've got just 50,000 troops sitting in there that I'm just a couple hundred every day, and that's all I can do. Create something like banners or like Valor Gems or like gear that can only be achieved through gameplay. Okay, so right now, every time they release something new to boost stats through the freaking roof, Valor Gems, things like that, there's you can grind for 9 years, right, stay in the forest killing boars, right, like South Park, or you can just drop some money and get it, and you usually got to drop a lot of money. I would say, obviously, the game, you got to keep in mind, the King of Avalon is a business. They want to make a crap load of money, and this is a very cheap, inexpensive game that's easy to maintain, that people spend a lot of money on. So, I mean, they got a good business strategy. But I would just say, you know, release something, and they kind of had the idea with banners, but they should never, ever, ever have sold banner packs. No way. It should have been just gameplay. Because then it gives everybody like us, the people who actually play the game the right way, well, I guess the right way is opinion, but the people who actually are willing to play the game, the opportunity to boost their stats, to stay competitive with some of these people who can just drop thousands of dollars whenever they want, and it would help incorporate strategy back into it. Either these people have got to actually spend the time and effort to play the game, which they probably still would, okay, or we can at least compete with them, which ideally is the whole point of a game like this, a strategy-based game. A lot of people came to this game, myself included, because I literally one day Googled phone games like Age of Empires, and it brought me here. So, okay. Far more time in between new gear or stat boosting releases. It was, I can't even think of everything. I mean, we just Heroes, Valor Gems, Dragon Tamer, Death Seeker gear, banners. It just, every couple of weeks, it just, and now you can boost your stats another 100% with this, and another 100% with this, and it was just, holy smokes. A game like, again, World of Warcraft, what they had figured out between their expansions, again, everybody in the original World of Warcraft back in 2004, right, everybody leveled up to level 60, okay, and you had the people who were just, man, you know, losers like me, who played all day with a neck beard. I was too young for one at the time, but played all the time and made it to 60 fast, but then over the next year and a half, everybody else caught up, right, and everybody was kind of in that finished 60 zone, and as everybody started to equalize out and enjoy that end game, as it was called, right, eventually they released a new expansion, Burning Crusade. Boom, now you can go to level 70. So then you get the power players who, right there, quickly, and then the other people who slowly catch up, and it equalizes out. And that same formula they've used on expansion after expansion, and now it's been, I mean, like 13 years that they've just been doing expansion of the same formula. And some people don't like the repetitiveness, but it's a formula that works, that allows players to at least stay competitive in a PvP, right, which is a big part of World of Warcraft, a PvP in this game type of setting where you can have those ultra power players, but then catch up to them over time and still stay relevant. So I would say spread out the time in a huge way between when you release stuff. And I know why they don't. They don't because every time they release something, all the millionaires out there just buy it up like crazy. So then they release it again, and they buy it up like crazy, and they release it again. And so I understand why they don't, but if they did, that would help, significantly help everybody else. So whether or not they do something like that, I couldn't tell you. If there is any type, and I've heard this rumor, right, that Chinese pay way less than the Americans, and the South Africans pay way more than, whatever it is, if there is any type of discrepancy between what is being paid in each country or region or whatever it is, then that has to be absolved. It just has to. It's not fair. I don't feel like that's ethical. If you sit there and say to yourself, this entire demographic of people aren't willing to pay. I mean, again, from a business standpoint, it makes sense. But from a player standpoint of how am I supposed to compete with somebody, it's unethical and it feels wrong. If this demographic of people are willing to only pay a certain amount of money, so you give them all this stuff so that you can get that large market, right? You'll get 1 million people ready to pay you $5, but over here in this market, you can get 20 people that are willing to pay you $1 million. So in the end, you're sucking as much as you can from both sides, which again, a business standpoint, absolutely makes sense. I get it. But then when you have all these people that now have to play against each other, it absolutely sucks. I mean, you either got to like separate them out and keep them in their own little worlds, or just absolve that type of thing. Okay, don't be afraid to nerf. Right? Every game does it. Overwatch, World of Warcraft. I mean, Halo. They lower the damage that weapons do. And hey, Valor gems are a little too overpowered. Okay, newest update. Boom. We just cut their percentage boost in half. I mean, it sucks, but I mean. All games do it. All games adjust as time goes on. Well, this was a little too powerful, so we're going to reduce its potency. Don't be afraid of nerfing. Bring back strategy. That kind of just goes with everything else that I've said already. Like, if you do all of these other things, strategy will inevitably kind of re-enter the game just by people becoming more relevant. Kingdom mergers for Dying Kingdoms. Another one that's just super, super simple and common. I mean, I feel like this is a no-brainer. If you've got kingdoms that have very limited amount of people in them, okay, we'll find 4 kingdoms that are all dying, send mail to all of them, and say, hey, we're going to merge these kingdoms. You're still going to have your alliance. You're still going to have everybody. All of the castles will be, boom, put into a new kingdom, assign it a random order, and you'll get 1 free teleport or something. And then pick the date, and people can know when to be online, and then when the kingdom merger happens, they boom, log on and quickly fight for territory, whatever, however you want to do it, Kingdom mergers, it needs to happen. Lastly, shield button from notifications, right? So when you're just when you're just at work, and you're not even playing the game, and you hear the little marching sound, right? And you, oh shoot, I'm about to be attacked. Before you even open up the game and you try to load the game, and the game's taking 5 seconds to load, and then it finally pops up, and instead of giving you right to your screen, you've got the do you want to buy this gold pack? No, click out of that, and then, oh, you just signed in because it's after 4 p.m., at least it is for me. Oh, the server just reset. No, okay, fine, click the daily shipment, and you've already been zeroed. I hate that. You should be able to pull your phone out, see the notification, boom, pops up, hey, King of Avalon, notification, and you can there's an option to shield. Boom, shield. Drops 200 gold and you're shielded instantly to protect you from being just sprinted at when you happen to be offline, because people have to have, a normal life. We got to work, things like that. So there's a lot more, I'm sure, recommendations that could be made. I don't want, my video's already way too long. 13 minutes is way too long. For those of you guys who love the channel and love the game and still play like I do, I really always appreciate the support. I'm sorry I haven't been around very much. I've been going through some personal things and working a heck of a lot lately. I actually did create another channel, another YouTube channel, completely unrelated to King of Avalon. I like to make, I try to make comedy or silly songs. My King of Avalon channel is G-rated. It's family friendly. I love being able to know that, hey, kids watch this stuff. It's a game, right? I want that. I have a comedy YouTube channel. For anybody out there who maybe is also a fan of me and not just the game, I guess I'm kind of selling out right now because I'm selling myself out. I just started it. If you're interested in watching it, I'll put the link in the description. It's a little bit... the sense of humor is maybe a little more refined. If you're a fan of Bo Burnham, it's kind of along those lines. So be prepared. It's a little offensive, but if you're interested in knowing what I've been doing for the last couple months and what I've been working on and things like that, I'll put the link in the description. Thanks always for watching, guys. Always appreciate the support. I haven't quit yet. I'm not going to quit. I've just been a lazy bum, so sorry about that. Thanks for watching.